So I'm going to pick up right there. Just a couple of weeks ago, on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we chanted the Unatana Tokef prayer. This powerful prayer in which we come flush with our deep knowing that our time here is temporary, all of us. When we come, we bring into our awareness our own mortality. And as Jews, we have a formula for how we respond to that kind of knowing. And the formula is, and those of you who chanted with us will remember this, Utefila, Utzdaka, Uteshuva, Ma'avirin et Roa Hagzera. That prayer and teshuva, I'll translate that in a second, and tzedakah, giving to the causes we believe in. This cannot protect us from death, from harm, from suffering, but it can help lessen our suffering. And so yes, we should continue to pray. And yes, we should send tzedakah. This is something that we can all do. Children can do this with their piggy banks. Grown-ups can do this with your tzedakah. We can support the causes that we care about and stay connected in that way. But I want to talk about teshuva. Teshuva is about coming home. It's about returning again and again to our core, to what matters most. And it's so important. It's always important that we do this, but it's really, really important that we do this right now. When many of us are feeling dysregulated, when our children feel dysregulated. And there are a whole variety of ways that we do the work of teshuva to help regulate ourselves. They're the things you already know, but we need to be reminded. Pause and breathe. Come back to your breath. Come back into your body, finding safety in your body, in awareness in your body in this present moment. When we feel worried and afraid, we are immediately sort of teleported into the future. All of us here in different ways hold trauma, not only from our own lives, but from generations past, and that gets activated in ways that we can't and can describe. But our nervous systems are settled and grounded when we breathe, when we come back into the body. It's really important that we move every day. Find ways to move your body in ways that your body can move. It's important to eat nutritious food. I know it seems like a small thing, but for some people more than others, this can be a time in which folks forget to eat or eat too much of the wrong things. And this is a time to really put our attention on nourishing ourselves in the ways that God intended. And you know what that is for you. We read in this week's Torah portion, it's not good for us to be alone. It's so important that we continue to connect with one another. Find your people, whether it's these people or other people in your life, that you can continue to remain relational, connected. That's how we're wired. As much as we've evolved as human beings, we haven't evolved that much. That's still how we stay connected and how we stay hopeful. I also want to say, the overlap of being in a period of Shiva for our own family has just reminded me, when you're in Shiva, the idea after the death of a loved one is that you have permission to kind of hunker down. There's an idea that the reality is you can kind of only care about your family. And so I want us to hold that right now, because I know for myself, and maybe for some of you, there are moments of just tremendous dissonance of like, I care so deeply about my family right now. It's hard to keep my heart soft and open to people that are part of, perhaps we could say, the human family, but are not part of my immediate family. And I think part of the teaching of Shiva is to say that we hold the hope and the knowing that over time our hearts will expand to include, sort of with breadth and depth, the most expansive understanding of what it is to care for and feel empathy for the human family. And there is a period of Shiva, or Shloshim, 30 days, in which we're given the understanding that we can focus the depth of our care on our family. That is okay too. So I'm going to close with this. There's a Mishnah in Pirkei Avot, Im ein ani li mili, uchshe'ani la'atzmi ma'ani. If I am not for myself, who will be for me? And if I am only for myself, what am I? This is a moment, I think, for us as a people and for us as individuals to take care of ourselves and to take care of our people. And. If we only take care of ourselves, what are we? Can we hold, as Hillel taught us thousands of years ago, can we continue to hold intention and somehow in balance the needs to take care of ourselves, to defend our own people, but also not to lose a moral conscience, not to lose a sense of peoplehood, because we need each other. And so that, I think, is the work, and it's not going away anytime soon. So let's continue to be there for each other as we find our way.